name's Danny Wallace and I am the Queen Bee. I grew up on the council estates of Preston and I was furious when I found out that the Queen was born the Queen. So I set about creating the I am the Queen Bee movement to help more people show up at Wise Up Horizon and reclaim their birthright to success. There's this quote that goes, aerodynamically bees should not be able to fly, their little wings shouldn't get their fat little bodies off the ground, and bees don't care what humans think is impossible, bees fly anyway. And so I wanted to create a space and community where we could do what bees do when they're building something new and festoon and link arms and help each other.
I need to get to know this woman. I need it in my life.
Who is this woman? I need a piece of that.
As a survivor of domestic abuse and homelessness and clawing my way back up from rock bottom, I wanted to be able to put my hand behind me and say, come with me, you don't have to struggle.
I had a dream of something that I wanted to do, and Danny, she got me there.
You're just me!
How the bloody hell did I get here?
Often as business owners, we hide behind our businesses. But as the saying goes, closed mouths don't get fed. If you're not speaking about your business, who's going to know about it? If you're not speaking about your mission and how you can help people, how are you going to help the people you want to help?
I just made a wish come true.
A speaker coach is somebody who's going to be the hands at your back.
Wow, Danny made a wish come true. She helped me get there.
I'm buzzing.
It's life-changing. What an amazing journey. Oh my goodness me, I loved it. Oh, I loved it.
We actively encourage people to be themselves because that's the most magnetic thing about you. What people gain when they participate and be inspired is that spark of belief in themselves that creates a furnace, that creates a bonfire, that creates an inferno.
Wow. It has been nothing short of life-changing.
It doesn't stop there. The community creates bonds and friendships that are absolutely forged for life. It really does become so much more than speaking.
How are you feeling?
It felt like I picked up this really enormous thing. That was awesome. Epic. Phenomenal. It was a bit more intense than I thought it was going to be.
Exhilarating.
Went fast.
It felt amazing. Exhausted.
Thinking at all about wanting to stand on stage yourself or running a workshop, get in touch with Danny, you will not regret it.
You want somebody like that in your corner.
It was brilliant, the atmosphere was set, the stage was set, and I think it's smashing.
The Be Inspired Mastermind is for anybody who is ready to take the leap to the next step in their business. You can get in touch with me by following me across the socials at the Queen Bee Danny, or you can head on to my website where you can learn more about the incredible things that you do as part of IATQB. It's www.iamthequeenbee.co.uk. That's peace. Good morning. I couldn't help myself, could I? I am so sorry I'm late, you lot, this morning. You can imagine things have been a bit mental since Friday night. So oh my God, look at the state of me. This isn't even I haven't over celebrated. This morning's been mental. The kids decided this morning that we had that mum morning where I knew we could have got up earlier. One of the kids slept in. I thought, well, I'll just let them sleep in a little bit. And then we slept in a little bit too much. So you are getting me literally almost, it feels like fresh out of bed. So I can't even. Hello, everybody, for a start. Who came to Friday night? Who came along? I don't even know what I'm doing. I put my face on ready for the day, you guys, because I've not had an opportunity to do it. So you're going to get me talking to you this morning about just what happened on Friday night. But also, I'm going to be getting ready for my work day as well whilst we're all together. Because I feel like I need to. I feel like I need to put my face on and get myself sorted. I've got the most incredible deja vu. So I don't know if you've noticed, but behind me, on the wings of destiny, I know this makeup is too pale. Pop your pitchforks down, all you guys that are into makeup. This isn't the best situation. I'm making do with what I've got. Not been able to get to shops, have I? So these are the Wings of Destiny, the Bee of Destiny, for everybody that has signed up over the weekend. Friday night was epic. It was amazing. For anybody that doesn't know what happened on Friday night, I held the world premiere of the video that you just saw. So don't worry, the normal credits that you know and love from the show are not changing. It's just this week, while the cart's open for Be Heard, I thought it would be quite nice as a way to kick off the show. We're still in celebration mode this week. So, little update for everybody. All of the spaces, don't look beautiful. All of the spaces. Like, what are you doing with your face, Danny? All of the spaces on Be Inspired have gone. They have gone. We have a full cohort. Well, full 2-day cohort. So we've got the 1st of September. No, we don't. The 30th of September and the 1st of October. We have speakers for both days. The mastermind is full. Some of you were even on the show this morning watching along. How are you lot feeling? Who has jumped in? These are the 20. So we've got Naomi Watkins-Lugozinska. We've got the phenomenal Abigail Horn. Is anybody watching Abigail Horn's statuses at the moment? She's going through this whole like story situation, all of her backstory, and honestly, she's just one of the most phenomenal human beings. We've got the glorious Sarah Turner from Little Bo Sheep. We've got Kerry Ashby. We've got Lizzie Jackson Barrett, who was on the show just last week during the challenge. We've got beautiful Nina Spencer. We've got Stephanie Zickman, who slid in and stole the last place yesterday. We've got the glorious Deep Badger. I'm so excited. We've got Claire Morton, the Purpose Pusher, is going to be joining us. Jules Kelly is going to be with us. We've got Sam Cattell. We've got Charlotte Carter, Joanne Fisher, Charlotte Grant from the Fertility Kitchen, Nikki Kinsella, Sky Barber, the beautiful Joe Gilbert, Stephanie Zickman, I see you. We've got Joe McMeechin, Sarah Jane Lewis, and Alex Gayward. They are the 20. So congratulations to all of you. I honestly, from Friday through to now, I have not, I've been holding on for dear life. A lot of you have been watching this particular launch with interest, and I get that. So have I. I've done it in a very, very different way. Well, I say very, very different way. I've done it in a little bit of a different way than I have done previously. And next week, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that I did in the background to help this launch become a success. So next week in the Hive, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the insights that I had, some of the things that went really well to help this launch go incredibly, and some of the things that I found difficult. What were my sticking points? And hopefully for anybody that's launching this year, or for anybody who's felt a little bit weird about launching, like from January to March, I don't know about you, but it was a tough time to sell things. It was a very tough time. You know, I put things out there that didn't go as well as I would have expected, even though I know like the phenomenal transformations that happen with people. But it's been tough. And really right now, there is a lot of hope, and there is a lot of, you know, when you have shown up consistently for your people and you show that you can be trustworthy and that you deliver, that actually when you do release the things that are in your total zone of genius and enough people know about it, you know, think about it, I've been showing up every single day for the last 18 months or so now, really, every single day in the show for the past 14 months. So when people start banging the drums about these overnight successes, I've even got an incubator program called Be More, the Overnight Success Program. When people bang on about overnight success, it's bollocks. It's absolute. It's not real. It's not true. It's the tip of the iceberg that you see. So please don't anybody come and, you know, watch all the things that I'm doing and think, oh, it's all right for Danny. All of this stuff now is years, intentional years in the making. So I'm just really thrilled and pleased that more people are seeing this and more people are jumping in. So interested to find out Who has been having a little think over the weekend about joining us on Be Heard? Who's been having a little think about speaking about their business? Because for anybody that does, because I know that Be Inspired isn't for everybody at one time. It isn't, because A, it's this chunky investment, and B, you might not be ready for it yet. You might just not be, that might not be where you're at just yet. And that is absolutely cool. But you might think, well, do you know what? But next time, in another sort of 6 months' time, 5 months' time, Danny, I might be ready for that. If you are jumping on to Be Heard this time, I'm going to hold the promo prices for Be Inspired. So if anybody is like, do you know what? Be Inspired next time. Those prices are going to rightfully jump up to $5,997. But if you're on Be Heard this time, I'm going to hold the price at $3,997 for you. So if anybody is jumping on, now is a very good time. Just even if it's just a foundation course, even if it's just, because what that will do is that will get you doing what you need to do right now to get you ready for that next bit. So it's a bit of a no-brainer. So if anybody does want to jump on Be Heard, just the standard, and there's nothing standard about anything that I do, as well you all know. You should bloody well know by now. A, you're going to have an incredible time. B, you're going to get yourself ready. So when it comes to the doors opening next time, I open the doors and you sit on those wings of destiny. I want to shout out as well to our pros in the house. So we've got a number of Be Heard pros who have extended on. We only have 12 spaces. So we've got 10 gone, I think. Tracy Murphy, Claire Nixon Ord, we've got Kylie Carter, Joe Wilson, Rachel Peru, Becky Plank, Steph Thorley, Felicity Pratt, Karen Dawkins, Shona Brandy, and Gemma Orrell. And we've also got Carly Newman on the standard. So huge love to all of you who have trusted me, who have got amongst it, who have taken the step to really rise up. I am just, honestly, you guys, what a weekend. How are you lot feeling? Shake your bums, it's Monday. Nikki Kinsella, one of our phenomenal Be Inspired speakers, posted something this morning and it really made me think. Really did make me think. It went something along the lines of, thank you for calling Monday. The word mon, M-O-N, is French for mine. And it's the day that I decide to make mine. A lot of us give away our power on a Monday, don't we? We go, oh, I don't like Mondays. Oh, I've got to go back to work today. All of this sort of stuff. We give our power away on a Monday. And I'm like, no. We get to choose, don't we? We get to choose. Michelle Marriott, are you joining us? When are you joining us? I am excited. I have got so many. And do you know what? I'm excited this week because loads of you have booked in like a catch up to see if Be Heard is right for you right now. And it just means that I get to catch up with you all. Like, actually, this is one of the only weeks where you can book in with me for 15 minutes. We can have a brew and a natter about what's right for you, which is just ace. So if anybody wants to do that, I'll pop my booking link in. Where's my booking link? She'll put my booking link here. You ready? Copy link. So if you want to have a natter with me about whether Be Heard is right for you, you can click this link and book in a cheeky little 15 minutes, a little brew and a little natter with your girl, and we can work that out. I think everybody who's had a conversation with me over the weekend will attest to the fact I don't really have time for pushy sales calls. I'm not in the business of convincing anybody to come and work. I don't have to convince anybody to come and work with me. So it's quite nice that that I get to have these calls and get to really help people make great decisions for themselves instead of, I don't know if have any of you been on a sales call where you're like, I'm feeling a bit pushed into this. I'm feeling a bit like, when they go, oh, can you afford not to? Like, I get it because I say it sometimes because I genuinely believe that when people come and work with me, they create these opportunities that they wouldn't do had they not done. So yeah, could they afford not to? But on the flip side, I think more people have got to trust people to make good buying decisions based on the fact that they're grown-ups. I started using Calendly Best Decision. Yeah, Pixie, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I'm very lucky that I've got my team that just kind of look after that for me, so I don't have to think too much about the tech of it all. But yes, it's a really, really user-friendly way to manage my diary. And you can imagine my diary is insane. So yeah, that's why I don't book in for those calls with people. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they feel a bit funny. But what do you do? You know, as a service provider, do you not give people the opportunity to have a conversation with you before they buy? You know? And some people didn't need that. In fact, at least half of those people on that board there just went in. They was like, yeah, completely see the value in it. And that's what people do when you show them the value of what it is that you do, and you completely trust it yourself. And I do completely trust this. Like, Be Inspired is insane. But when you do, and you show people that you are trustworthy and that you deliver and all those things, then you know it negates the need if you've built your audience and you serve your audience. And that's what I hope to think that I do with you guys, is that I turn up and serve you guys every single day without fail. So even if I am 5 minutes late, well, I'll go and grab my makeup out at the car because one of the kids robbed it. It's still here. So yeah, it has been interesting. I would love to know, what is your experience of sales calls, you guys? What turns you on about them? What turns you off about them? Do you like to eyeball the person you're about to cross their palm with silver? Do you want to have that conversation? The calls are a great idea. I don't like being pushed into things. I don't want to go through my MLM experience again. Yeah, I hear you. I absolutely hear you. It's a funny one, isn't it? For me, I just think, lots of people buy in lots of different ways. Some people just make those impulse decisions, those impulse buys, and go, fuck it, I'm in. Other people, they need detail, or they want to connect and just make sure that the energy is right. I quite like having those calls to make sure that the energy is right, because if there isn't an alignment where energy is concerned, it's going to make that working relationship really difficult. So I actually really relish an opportunity to have a conversation with people before they come and jump in. So yeah, that's what's happening. So this week, what to expect from the show. We're going to have alumni from Be Heard on the show. I'm in kind of girl. Jules, I know it's what I love about you. Jules Kelly is one of they're not even famous 5. There's 20 of them, 20 incredible human beings. There you are, Jules, right there on the wings of destiny. Yes, I need the right energy. Lucy, you must have the right energy with the person that you're working with. Otherwise, how are you going to get stuff done? So say, for example, I've had coaches in the past who are quite intimidating. I don't really work very well in that space. I really work well in a collaborative space. I need somebody to understand the fact that my brain works like an 8-mile motorway, an 8-lane motorway. So I'm thinking and spinning a lot of things all at one time. So if I've got somebody shouting at me, or having a do at me in the name of accountability, I'm not here for it. So yeah, getting the energy right and having that person that I'm working with really understand the way that I work and being able to flex accordingly, then I think that makes for a really great working relationship. I think, I was talking about some of these things on Friday about being charismatic. Actually, these traits that I was sharing on Friday actually really spill out into the way that I work. So it seems like a no-brainer for me, but then I get really shocked that some people aren't like that. I get, all right, I don't understand. Yeah, my brain is the same. Lucy, I bet. I mean, we're in the entertainment space, so it makes sense. When you're an entertainer as well, you have a lot of plates to spin. I mean, you really do in your clowning work. But like, if someone started shouting at me, it wouldn't end well. Well, yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I had an instance where somebody shouted at me not so long ago, and I was actually really proud of my response. When anybody behaves like that towards me, I open up how unreasonable they're being. So instead of me having to go back or rising to the occasion, because you've got to have 2 people to turn up to a fight, actually repeating back to them what they just said to you and getting them to reflect on what they've just said often really, really helps. Gutted on Miss Friday. Lucy, can go back and catch up. There's some real good there's some real good learns in there, some real good, like, well, I like to think there is. I don't like sharing shit with you all. Clowns work off of feelings 100%. Yeah, exactly that. And you've got to be thinking about what it is that you're doing. If you're doing magic, you're thinking about the presentation of that. You're reading your audience, you're reading the mood, you're reading the energy of the room. Like, often that's how we work when we work in the stage space. So making sure that somebody is, so for us in this, for me working on stage, it's really helpful because I'm really, really, really good at reading the energy of people, even when people are watching along. So I can't see all of you, but I can generally get the gist of how you're all feeling, which is why Friday was absolute fire. It just felt like a big tsunami of awesome on Friday. It was brilliant. And so much so that just all you guys just got in there and got amongst it, and I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, and it's not over yet. The doors don't close until midnight on Friday. So midnight on Friday, we close the doors to Be Heard and Be Heard Pro. There's 2 places left on Pro, by the way, if anybody was wanting to jump on with the one-to-ones. But that standard course in and of itself is banging. It's banging. I'm not on, I'm getting ready for the week. I'm not selling to you this morning. That's not the point. It's a lot of people will have been taking the weekend to have a think about, you know, whether they were going to jump on or not. And all of a sudden I've blinked and the whole thing's just like blown up. So if anybody's kind of sat there right now giving it some thought and they want to speak to me, then do book in one of those little calls. I'll just pop the link in here again. If anybody wants to book in, then feel free. Joe, who is on Pro. Hi, darling. I am so looking forward to the energy in Pro. I just know hanging around with so many inspirational people is going to be amazing. And that's without the training. So everybody, that's the link to book in, by the way, if you want to book in a chat with me. But everybody starts together. So whether you're on Bees, but nobody gets separated at the beginning, nobody gets treated differently. Everybody goes through the same process together. So all these phenomenal people on here and on here, you're going to be networking with. They are going to be your community for a good couple of months before we extend out into Be Inspired. So look at who you'll be networking with. I mean, that Power Squad there is worth its weight in gold. This Power Squad here is worth its weight in gold. So even if you're jumping in to come and network, even if you're jumping in to come and learn all those really, really great foundational speaking tools, tips, tricks, learnings, doing that work on yourself, that's worth it all day long. But actually, your network is your net worth. That behind me is a power network. Power. So tell me, you lot, what are you all up to this week? Me, I am. Wow, you're all booking in discovery calls. I love it. I'm gonna be caffeined out. Make sure I'm having no caffeine this week. I'll be on herbal tea. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be bouncing around there. I'm gonna be climbing the walls. But yeah, what are you lot up to this week? What have you guys got planned? I am on a mission once the doors close to Be Heard to be finding some phenomenal guests for the show, Rise Up show. We're also going to be getting everything moving for the Fly Anyway Foundation. We've been on pause for a little bit because of the house move, because of all of the big launches we've got going around. We've had going around everything, but now we can put the focus back into creating and bringing in the first of our business builders for the Flying Away Foundation. So very, very excited about that. We've got our meetings on Wednesday this week to start moving everything forward. So if you did sign up originally to be an ambassador, we were in touch a couple of months ago saying stand by your beds, but really stand by your beds this time. I wasn't going to jump in this time, but I fell in, took a belly flop in on Friday because I thought, when will I be ready? No one's ever ready to do these things. Like common questions I've been getting is how labor intensive is it? Like how much time I'm going to have to commit to it? and the God's honest truth is that for the course that we meet once a week at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday evening, it's an hour. The delivery is an hour. There's a couple of bonuses as well. We've got fantastic hypnotherapists coming in. We've got some brilliant bonuses. But also, you choose what you do outside of those calls. So I will set you things that you can do and go and create. Entirely up to you whether you go and do that or not, or whether you just take that knowledge and apply it into your day-to-day. So, you know, if you wanted to, with the learnings, you could go and create 50 talks, or you could create one talk. It wouldn't really matter, but you've got all of the structures and all of the foundation that you need to go and create anything you could possibly want, from a TED talk to a keynote to a workshop, and then how to deliver that as well. Ooh, I'm book writing this week. Yes. Instructed by Abby to have it done before the 30th of September when Be Inspired hits the stage. And what's really cool as well is that because we're doing this hybrid event this time, so tickets are going to go on sale next week for those of you that want to get there in the room and secure your seats, because I think there's only going to be 70 seats in the room where it happens. So tickets are going to go on sale next week. So you're going to really want to make sure that you have secured your spot. It's a 2-day event. So if you are coming along, make sure you've got the 30th of September and the 1st of October booked out of your diary, because it's a 2-day event. Good morning. Excited for Be More tonight. Yes, Josephine. Hello. I've got my Be More Buttes this evening. We will be launching another Be More, I think, probably. Not Be More, Move Be. Move Be, get out of the way in at the end of June, I think. We might open the doors again, see if anybody wants to come and participate in overcoming self-sabotage. We'll see. But yeah, loads of stuff still coming up, loads of ways to work with me still. But this is the big one. This is the total zone of genius situation for me. But yeah, if you're gonna want your you're gonna want your tickets, only 70 seats in the room. However, we are zooming it out, so there'll be one ticket that you can get for the 2 days. The second ticket you can watch it just like we did. So we're taking the studio team to the Impossible, and then we've got 70 tickets in the room, and then we've got however many number of tickets, and all of you can get involved. If you're a ticket holder, all of you can get involved in our affiliate scheme. You can make some money out of being a ticket holder. You can make your ticket money back. Can I just hand you my debit card, please? Just book me on everything this year. This year is so funny. So yeah, it is going to be another phenomenal year, or rest of the year, because we're nearly halfway through it. I tell you what I did do this weekend, because I was just sat there thinking, and I say this to people that come on Move Be, we've talked about this, like celebrating your wins. Now, I don't know about you, but having these phenomenal human beings come to work with me, and those of you that are thinking about it, that are going to jump on before the end of the week, come to work with me, it feels weird. I have to feel these things sometimes, because it's then I can share properly and teach based upon it. The event is in Manchester, Leona, Manchester. It is at the Impossible, and it's beautiful. Thank you, Gabriella, you gorgeous girl. Thank you so much. It's when things like this happen, for me, these are big things. These are not small things. Like the house move's not a small thing. This launch is not a small thing. The very first launch I did, it was phenomenal for me at that particular point in time. So I think in terms of money, I think that was like a £16,000 launch. And every time I've invested not to make my launches bigger so that the money is bigger, but to make it bigger so everyone has a better experience. So what I absolutely love about Be Inspired, the whole event, not just the mastermind, is that everybody involved can make money. Everybody involved can network. Everybody involved has this incredible personal and business development, and everybody involved has this opportunity to grow from it. Everybody, including me. So it's like this. It has to get bigger each time, because we all grow each time. So what's brilliant about Be Inspired, for example, is that all the speakers have a speaker profile in our members area, and on that speaker profile is their talk, and also it has their socials and a freebie, like a bonus from them. So we're driving like audience to our speakers to help them grow their businesses. So it's just it's like the whole thing works for everybody, and it's beautiful, and I love that it gets bigger each time. But yeah, the first time we did it, I think it was in launch terms, it was a 5-figure launch, and this time it's a 6-figure launch. So I was sat there this weekend thinking, oh my God, what do I do? And I've been very, very, what's the word? I've tried to forward think. So what I've done is I've got a brilliant finance team. I've got a brilliant ops team. We're looking at directly investing in expanding the team so we can service more people. So that's what we're going to be doing now to help our growth. I feel I need a new notebook for Be Pro. More Heard, whatever it's called. Got too excited, forgot the name. It's all right. You're on Be Heard. You're a pro on Be Heard. But I didn't know what to do to celebrate. I was like, do I celebrate? Am I allowed to like say, well done, it paid off, or the investment that you made into the studio and doing things in that way, in a way that no one's ever seen before? You took a big risk, you took a gamble in creating that and putting that out there. You didn't know if people were going to buy tickets, if they were all zoomed out or not. Turns out, no, you weren't. You were just totally in for it and in for a new experience. And what do I do? What do I do? So I've decided, because it'll be after the 17th and we can mix, I think it's like outside, no more than 30, like something like that. I have organised with Debbie Marks of Cube Events, a small, treat yourself to something you would love, a holiday. Jules, yeah, I really want to do a holiday. I'm going to do a holiday, but I wanted to do something to thank my family. And my team, because my family have just held the fort and parted the tide for me whilst I've done all of this stuff. Like Wallace, bless him. If you don't know, ask us. You need to celebrate. I know you guys would say that, but I don't know what to. I didn't know what to do. So it was this yesterday. It was I put my train the trainer head on. So I was a coach of the coach yesterday, and I was like, look, what would you say to a client of yours if they've just done this phenomenal thing, this crazy thing? I've not seen a mastermind or a course sell like that, just sell out straight away like that in a long, long time. So I spoke to Cube Events, and then for my mum and my sister and her kids and my kids, and for Wallace, and for my team, and I'm going to do something really nice. So we've got a garden, we've got a nice place that we live now. So we're going to do a little party on Bank Holiday Monday in May, which I'm really excited about being able to do for them. So yeah, they're all part of the journey, and yeah, I can't do any of it without anybody, without them. I can't, otherwise I'm just a one-woman band. I remember what it was like when it was just me. I remember what it was like when Wallace was like, I need to come on board with this. I remember what it was like when Anna started to work with us. I remember what it was like, every time we've expanded, we've gone big. So, and that leads me to, that sounds beautiful, of course you need to celebrate. Yeah, and I feel weird celebrating me just me. So I wanted to celebrate HQ. You know what I mean? I wanted to celebrate us and the family and, the OG hive, if you will, and do something nice for the kids and my nieces. Cake is always good to celebrate with over Fab Day. I will. Yes. Lucy, I'll drop you a message. Afterwards. But yeah, that would be amazing. She got herself a bucket. Go on, Lucy. I love this network. I love you guys. I love this community. Like, I'm going to tell you now, we are expanding again. That's what I wanted to tell you this morning. That off of the back of the phenomenal success of this launch, we are expanding. So we are going to be employing a social media manager to help me create more consistent content, because the thing is, everything that you see, any words that you see, any like videos that you see, that it's all me. I create all of the content. I create everything, as is right and proper, but I need someone to help me be more consistent with the posting. So I have no problem creating the content. All of my content comes from my heart, but I can't be asked, like on Instagram, I don't know what hashtags to use. I'm too busy to be even thinking about stuff like this now. Yes to team expansion. Joe, we all want to celebrate you, incredible human. You've changed so many lives. I'm gonna cry. Celebrate and have fun. You deserve it. Oh, thank you. So yeah, sounds lovely. You deserve it. I have to celebrate the wins. I know. And the thing is, I tend to go from one big thing to the next. I did this with the big festoon. I did this with the book launch. How do you stop and go, oh, I did a big thing? Oh, well done, Danny. I don't know how to do that yet properly. I'm still working that out. So I think I probably enjoy it. Will fill me up with joy being able to instead do nice things for other people. I don't know if that's my love language or not. Words of affirmation and acts of kindness. Like honestly, I love it. It makes me so happy. So yeah, we are going to be. Am I going to revisit the whole shebang at any point? I'm not sure that I can. If I'm going to do so, there was a show that I was creating a couple of years ago called The Whole Shebang. And the idea was that I wanted to create a really diverse theatre experience. And it would be difficult, I think, for me to produce that as well as doing all of this now. And the closest I'm going to get to that is Be Inspired. I'm also looking at doing the Big Festoon live, and also, oh god, there's so many things, you lot, and I want to do Summer Swarm as well. So I want to do. So I don't know if you saw a couple of weeks ago, someone posted in the Hive on a post that I'd done 2 years ago, where I said, oh, I'm going to do some regional meetups. Now, I posted that just before Christmas, and then we went into lockdown, so I couldn't do it. So some regional meetups where I will do a strategy day. So say, for example, you're in the Southeast. I will come to the Southeast if there are at least 10 of you in the Southeast. I will come to the Northeast. I will go to Scotland. I'll go wherever it is, as long as there are 10 of you at least, and come and do a strategy day. And do a summer strategy swarm is my intention. So yeah, I'm hoping to do that. Loads of you was like, yeah, I'm in. But I can only do that if we've got the numbers. So I was just, I saw that and got excited until I saw it was complete. Yeah, Kylie, and it's, I'd love to do it. I would really love to do it. And I think what I might need to do is get a regional lead for it. So, and they might get like a cut on the tickets or something like that. Help me sell it, and then I'll just go and deliver it. I think it might have to be something like that. Thinking about how I can do that well without having so many plates to spin. Actually, having a regional lead for, I think like what we might have to do is have to get like QB regional leads across here. And any that are like abroad, that want to facilitate abroad, that's fine. But yeah, and then I'll do a bit of a tour, hopefully in the summer. Maybe you have no time left. Yeah, I know. Like, what do I do with it all? So what I am on the lookout for as well, I found someone for the whole shebang a couple of years back, and I'm hoping that they're going to be available for this, but an interpreter. So I really want a BSL interpreter for Be Inspired this time. I really want to be looking at, our inclusivity and what have you. It would be amazing. Suffolk, most easterly point. Yeah, so there's a lot of hunger for it, but I would definitely need to know that those spaces are gone. If there's less than 10, if I'm essentially leaving my family for a week, which is what I'd do, I'd go and do like a clockwise in the region. Then I want to make sure that it's, financially worth my while. I can't just go away from my family for a week and go and facilitate. And that's a lot of energy as well. It just so happens me and Jay were abroad. Yeah, I know. But yeah, as soon as we get Lanzarote, let's do one in Lanzarote, Joe. That's what we need to do. So yeah, that's lots of things, lots and lots of things. If I look at the list, there's a summer swarm that I want to do. There's a another cohort of Mubi, potentially, I'm not too sure. There are 3 spaces on Be More, the overnight success incubator that's going to kick off at the beginning of June. And then we're just all guns go for Be Inspired and Be Heard, and just really delivering for everybody that's involved. So yeah, just big weekend. So yeah, and I'm going to do a little celebration. The only other thing that I want to get going and remind me is I wanted to have a look at that Love Golf. So can you remember when we had Alistair Spincon from Love.golf doing a social, just for the sake of us all getting together if we can, maybe sort of the Birmingham area, sort of Midland area, so it's equal-ish travel for everyone, and doing like a Love Golf session. I don't play golf. I'm dead good at crazy golf. But yeah, there's an amazing one that teaches sign language to us at Rock Choir. Amazing energy. Yeah, I want someone really cool. There was a fantastic drag artist who was a BSL interpreter who I wanted. I thought that would be really cool. So yeah, loads of things. The energy doesn't stop. But the Be Heard train is still in motion. So nothing happens until the doors close to Be Heard. For those of you that are jumping on, I'm really excited. I'm going to go. I'm going to go and prep some things for the rest of this week. If anybody wants to come and jump on the show and come and have a conversation with me this week, come and have a little chat. You are absolutely more than welcome to come and have a little natter. If you've decided to jump on Be Heard, or if you've been on Be Heard before and you want to come and talk about your business, please do drop me a line. Right, my darlings, have a phenomenal Monday. Have a phenomenal week. The doors are still open to Be Heard. For everybody jumping on, if you've got your eye on Be Inspired and that's on your vision board, come and jump on Be Heard this time and we'll hold the promo price for you for next time. All right, my darlings, have a lovely day and I will see you all tomorrow for more Showing Up, Wising Up and Rising Up.